Source up or shut up. 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 Source up or shut up.
I didn't even know I was
Source
live.
up or shut up. Source
Hey,
up or shut
damn,
up.
let me stop.
Source up or
All right, yeah, so I didn't even know I was live. Damn, I've been live for 3 minutes. I wanted to quickly come here and I gotta do better. I'll be the first to admit I'm not on here pretending to be some spotless, floating on air guru. There are things that I can ignore, which I've learned to ignore things like people lying on me, calling me a PEDO. That is really, really something I had to really not be triggered by. You know, because when it comes to children, I've crashed out over that. And I will crash out over some things about children, which I have to get a grip on it a little better and know that people who really value me and know me know I don't attack people's children. And I don't come for people unless they bother me. But when I get I don't see myself as like perfectly in control. Obviously, I'm not in that space yet. And that's how these people who are compulsive and they've got a lot of mental illness, these liars and these disgusting, vicious, hateful women who hate me for no reason that I've done to them. I mean, it's something inside of them, and then they gang stalk, and then and I don't want this to be one of those videos. I promise you, I've been great for 2025, and I said I'm not going back and forth. This is about children. Make no mistake. Children are paramount to me. Protecting children. I will not stoop to a level of putting people's children on the internet. I'm talking about minors. And even if I know it's your adult child, if I know it's your child, I won't put that out there. Now, in this case that I'm being constantly, this mentally ill woman goes around the internet saying, Nepal put my child on the internet. Nepal went and took a picture of my child and put her on the internet. She is a lying, vicious woman. And this is the proof. Source up or shut up. Peace to everybody this morning. I'm not going to be long for this. And you know, Barn Dog knows. I don't think James was there. Lady G. Who else knows? People who were there when I first came to the HOK, they all know, even to this day, that this particular woman who's saying I put her child on the internet, making people think it's a minor little baby, and even I didn't even know it was her child. I thought it was her, but I'm going to explain what happened. This woman keeps going around acting like she's innocent. Here is the receipt. One of the receipts that is a bomb drop. This is from 2023, as you see on the screen. 2023 was 2 years ago. This woman is a liar. This got 1,998 views. That was a typical amount of views I got back then, but that was even a little bit higher than I usually would get because this post wasn't up long because people knew that this woman was constantly in the chat calling me ugly and old for no reason. I wasn't all, oh, I'm so beautiful. The only reason you see me continue to come on the internet and show myself is because they will not stop talking about how I look. So I'll stoop down, which I'm working on it, and I will do things that I don't want to do. That's not me. I don't like to talk about people's looks, but they come for me, and they come. This woman came for me from. You see how it says 2023? From 2020 to through 2021, I'm going to say 2021. No, early 2022. So from 2020 to early 2022, this woman was constantly on the internet. And I would ask her, sis, what's going on, queen? Why are you always talking about me? She admitted that I asked Sonetta to call her. Please, what's wrong? Can you get along? She cursed me out. She admitted that on a panel that I crashed out on. But it really, because I was dealing with her and her mental illness. And then my weaknesses is people accusing me of harming children. And they know that's my weakness. See, they know if it was anybody else, they wouldn't care to say something about a lie about children. But she studies me. She stalks me. She watches all my channel. She does everything. I want to ask people in the chat and see, Barn Dog, muchas gracias, señor. Porque sabe, hey, let me say something. Yo sabes mucho. I can't even speak. Yo sé mucho y tú sabes mucho, because I haven't even had any sleep right now, and I'm not going to even lie. I'm not drinking. I'm not on drugs. I had a very intense interview. We did a great build, and it's always something. And I still haven't mastered it, you guys. I'm working on it. I haven't mastered it because I really, 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 really have a lot of compassion. She sat on the panel tonight. If you know who I'm talking about, which you do, okay, this woman sat on the panel, on a panel, and lied. She said, I stole money. I ran away with money. I didn't care. I didn't care. But when she got up there and lied again and continued to push this lie, that I went and got a picture of a baby, a child, and and then searched out a picture of a child that was hers and put it up. That's something she does. I don't do that, but I was wrong. Guess what? I was wrong to do this. I can tell you, I was wrong to let myself be lured in. But anybody out there, I'm talking to people who are in the spotlight. I'm not talking about the ones who joined the horde. I'm talking about people who mind their business, like Kevin Wesley, Sonnetter, me, people like, I'm not going to even say a couple sisters' names because they're going to be like, don't drag me into it. Women who just mind their business, men who just mind their business. It is a relentless pounding. And I'm going to tell you, we did a panel about Nature Boy. I was already raw, you understand, in the heart. I was already really on high, like on 1,000 about, people trying to get him, say he's innocent, and trying to villainize the victims. And I failed myself, and I failed a lot of people who love me, and they see me, growing. I'm sorry that I crashed out and got down in the dirt, in the mud with this lying, compulsive liar, stalker woman who, honestly, I really promise you, and please hold me to it, I need your help. I'm not just out here helping people. I need your help. Just continue to say, Napa, don't. I already know it. I listen, I talk to people who love me. I talk to sisters who love me. Most women don't hate me like they're trying to push. They don't, especially not the ones who I actually sit and talk to and I know they're good women. The ones who aren't out to get me or get an opportunity to stab me in my back. I mean, there are a lot of beautiful women out here. And to be honest, I tried my hardest with this sister that I'm talking about, this picture that you see. Even now that she's a liar, she is still lying. I really do have like this bit of love and compassion for her as a mother. When she said that's not her, but she lied about it. She didn't say that's not me, that's my daughter. She made it like, Nepal went and found my child. She keeps going from chat to chat since 2023. Oh, and she put my child on the internet. Oh, and she went and found, no, you're a liar. That's not how it went down. Well, is this your offspring according to you? Okay, you're saying it's your child. I'm going to have to believe you. That's why I took it down. That's why this person's face is covered. But this is clearly an adult who was on a public Facebook. Did I get down and dirty and petty after her? If you see the title, I'm going to say it again. It says, let me enlarge it. It says on the title of the post from 2023, she keeps lying saying, why would I do this? And why everybody knows that's seen you on if you know who I'm talking about, I'm not going to bring her name up. This woman was going, well, it's I think it's on here. All right, well, the name is on here. So it says right here, you say how ugly and old I look. I thought everyone might like to see how handsome you are, sir. That's what I posted. 2023. Now, if I was lying tonight when I said you were following me around the internet, calling me old and ugly, and I kept on asking you why for 3 years, from 2020, you took a little break around mid 2022, but you went right back into it. And you just kept on calling me old and ugly, home wrecker. And I asked you as a sister, I said, why are you doing this? And you just kept doing it. So I stooped to the level. I'm working on it, y'all. Well, I'm a little better. I mean, me doing this right now is really about the children and defending myself about this liar. This is a military uniform. Anybody can see that, okay? That's why I've been saying the whole time, Nepal, this is all started over some BS. That's why I didn't want to get involved in it. You're not involved in it, don't worry. But you have been in the chats and you've seen people talking about me. Let's see if you comment on that in the comment. Haven't you seen people taking pictures of me and changing my pictures? Because I don't look like that at all, not even remotely. I don't walk like that. I don't chew like that. I don't wipe my hand on my clothes after I eat something. So it's clearly deep fake AI, but whatever. People, all they have to do is meet me. Okay. By the way, the same woman who's saying, oh, this and that, she's always threatening me. That's not the first time tonight. She's always threatened to harm me physically. You wouldn't say that in my face. Wait till I see you. I will meet you. Why? Why are you saying those things? You said it tonight. What have I done to you? You just have a hatred. And when I say jealousy, people, I know I need to not say that because if people hate, that's a trigger. But it is, I can't imagine why else a woman, besides mental illness, what other thing is it? It's not even that, it's not about, oh, I look better than you. It's that you have a hatred for yourself and you look down on yourself. So you get resentful when you see a woman being praised for her teaching, praised for her looks, praised for her love for her children and doing, that makes you hate that person. You can be the most beautiful woman in the world. It's not just about looks. But if you look at the short I put up, it was in 2023. It was in 2023. She's a liar saying, I never did anything to you. Why the hell would I take the time on my channel to post, you say how ugly and old I look? This is to her. I thought everyone might like to see how handsome you are, sir. She's lying, saying that I went and got a picture of her child and I knew it was her child. She's telling people Nepal took a picture of my child. Of course, people are going to think I'm putting up kids under 18. This is clearly an adult. Since she has said that it is her child, which I don't think it is, but watch how I respected her despite her disgusting, hateful self still going around lying on me. I took the short down. It's been down since 2023 or so, maybe 2000. It definitely came down after she was saying it was her child, because I don't think anyone should deliberately attack anyone's children, minor or adult. However, she's trying to paint me as if I come for babies under 18, and she's trying to paint me as someone who attacks people's children. I don't. There are people who have done a lot worse to me than she has. That a man who calls himself uncle, you know what? He has talked about me like a dog. I refuse to go in on his children. The one time on the internet, and I've grown from it, that I talked to somebody who was like this woman here, who just kept on harassing me for no reason. I'm ugly. She's gonna beat me up. It was a woman named Hurricane Katrina. It was in 2019, possibly 2020, but it was between 2019 and 20. She harassed me from 2019 to 2020 something, and I finally smacked her back by saying something that I did not. I'm not happy that I said it, but I'm not going to say, oh, I'm so evil. There's something that they have to start. See, they don't get it. No, they don't get it because this is what they want. They want the reaction. But people who are just listening don't get it. And I want to help you understand. When you're on the internet and you're a human being, it's not just somebody saying, oh, she's so ugly. It's the constant stalking, the constant lies, the repetition of lie after lie after lie after lie after lie, like a snowball. Then that lie goes along with, and then she was with a dog and she puts people's children up, and then she's a PEDO, and then the lies, oh, she's a home wrecker, oh, she did this, and then the snowball keeps going, and I do ignore it, and then till the point where I'm like, catch me on the wrong day, and I'm gonna fire back. And I've gotten better. I'm gonna praise myself. I'm gonna praise my soul child. I've gotten a lot better. A lot. But when this woman continues to say that she's a victim, when she still to this day stalks me, lies, talks about me, just cannot stop thinking about me, and the way things were framed about the whole thing about the nature boy, I just was at that moment, and I hit the panel, and I was like, I told the story, and she just completely lied. She said, that's a lie. So here I had to go dig up this receipt, and I can keep searching through all these different screenshots that I have from all the other people, but I dug up this receipt, and as you see, on the short I have up, it says proof that I never posted a child. This person is in a military uniform, so for sure it's an adult. Okay. Thank you so much, Caleb. Where's King Simon at? King Simon, I love you, King Simon. I respect you. I'm trying. I promise you. I know I let a lot of people down when I was over there on that channel crashing out, but I'm harder on myself than anyone else is. Trust me. When I was crashing out after I did all that, and I forgot that this woman is not well. I forgot that this woman's not well. The way I was reminded is Professor X came in there, and I know she's not well. And when she came in there, I was like, oh man. And then they just needed that. They wanted to get that moment with me. And people say, I think I'm so great. I'm an intelligent woman, and believe it or not, I am sane. You think I didn't evaluate that I'm going to get up here, I'm going to crash out, I'm going to look just like the rest of these people. Okay, conscious decision. Is it wrong to do it? Yes, it's wrong. In the split seconds, I said, okay, no, it's wrong. But I got to get up here because I'm so tired of this woman lying and saying I posted a baby on the internet and that I deliberately looked for her child. No, that's something she does. Because she is in the chat constantly where they're showing they show my mother's license plate, they show her address. They want someone to go harm an 85-year-old woman. And she's cheered it on. She said, oh, the HIV thing. She was laughing on the panel when Professor X was talking about, oh, I must have this and this wrong with my private parts. And I said, I said, okay, you did it, Nepal, but guess what? It was like a test kind of, how, coach comes in and say, okay, I want to see if you can do the scrimmage. And then I didn't get this. I didn't do well in the scrimmage, right? So it's like, temperature test. In some of the stores are like, time for temperature test on the. That's a tongue twister. Temperature test on the refrigerators. I failed tonight. I failed. Okay, and I'm gonna work harder, but I do want to show this. I want to show. Yeah, it's barn dog. It was a whole nightmare. It was not. I reverted I reverted to my, I'm a polyglot, and I felt like, how do I reach these people? Oh, let me go and curse her out and call her all kinds of B's and O's, which was wrong. It really was. I don't accomplish anything. I just make myself look trashy when I don't want to look that way, and I'm not that way. And I feel bad, but that doesn't mean that she's not a monster toward me. That doesn't mean that she's innocent. She is not innocent. These are people who are mentally ill, and they get off by trolling people and attacking people in on the internet. And then I'm going to call it like I see it. This is what I need to prove. When you hear when you hear her next time you hear her say, or next time you hear them say, Nepal puts people's children on the internet, she put up so and so's child, I want you to remember this picture. This is clearly a military outfit. This is not a child. She said it's a teenager. She's such a manipulative liar. If it's a teenager, it's an 18 or 19-year-old, because whoever this is in the military, number one. Number two, in the face, it looks like a older woman. It doesn't look like, well, when I say older, I maybe like 20, 25, or, 25, 30, whatever. It doesn't look like a baby. If that looked like a remote, especially this person's wearing a military uniform, and she had mentioned before in passing that she was in the military. So it was on her public Facebook. It was after basically 3 years, a good 2.5 years of her really trolling me always, me begging her to stop, me trying to even talk to her on the phone, her cursing me out saying FUB. She lied and said I told her, you have to bow down and kiss my feet. Who says that? Only mentally ill people would make that up. But we have a lot of these people, not a lot, but we have a significant amount that causes like that snowball. Slander is serious. I never posted a child. I want everyone to look at this. If you think this is a child in a military outfit, put a 1 in the chat. I know this sounds petty, but it's not. Am I wrong that I stooped down to her level? I'm going to keep saying that because I didn't just out the blue in a second, in 1 month, in 2 months, in 3 months, without trying to reach out to her, without trying to talk to her, without pleading with her. Not 4 months, not a year, 2 years and 2.5 years. Because I'm going to give her the 6 months where she actually chilled out for whatever reason. And she says it's because Sonetta reached out to her. Interesting, isn't it? They're always talking about how, Nepal hates sisters. Oh, so it takes a man to reach out to you? You couldn't just stop attacking me and trolling me? You actually said that on the panel tonight. On that panel, you said, oh, well, Sonetta contacted me and he apologized. Whatever she says, he apologized for nothing. He didn't have anything to apologize for. She just compulsively lying. And that is part of her mental illness. No, I'm not mentally ill, y'all. Unless you want to say narcissistic trauma, that can cause you to your brain to act, the neurology of your brain to change. If you mean being attacked on the internet, we have the best of people on the internet who have been so viciously attacked. And I'm going to use Kevin Wesley again. Kevin is a very amazing teacher. He's balanced. He has a happy life. Since people don't want to look at, I'm not going to use my life. Kevin is really respected by his supporters and people who follow him. I respect him. I value him as a teacher. He's loving and peaceful. His wives are loving and peaceful. The most vicious people who attack me and who attack Sonetta saw Kevin with us, and then they never let him alone. And even Kevin, the best of the best, in my opinion, crashed out because it's like, it's not it's like righteous indignation. These that I know that's what they want so they can get more videos. So when you see the crash out videos of me, oh look in the pug, these people, I am human and I'm gonna keep on trying. I'm gonna try to be the God that I want to be, and I know you want me to be the darkest minds of the light, the ones who love me. Listen, I'm working even today. This even is a healing, and I'm trying to really do some damage control by saying I take accountability for this, for not being strong enough to not think about, oh, I don't want my people to think I attack children. That's the problem. I should have more faith in my friends on the internet. I should have more faith in my supporters. I should have more faith in the beautiful people who don't know me, who don't listen to gossip. This is one reason why I refused to go in on Solar today, or last night, I should have said yesterday on the panel. All the things that are said about him, I refuse to listen to the internet and let that sway me, because I hate when people say, people meet me and they say, oh, what's your channel? I don't even want to tell them. I don't want to tell them my name, because I don't want them to go Google me and see the liars, because they take the clips, they lie, they put things together, they have nothing else to do. And that's sad. And I'm not saying that as a pity. I mean, it's sad because they could probably be very, very useful. But they're playing their role, right? I mean, I got to work on myself, not let these people who are lying constantly. I disregard and ignore Judah Naz. I've mastered that. And the only reason I really would help me master that is I got to expose him for the liar that he is, because he is the biggest liar, and that he has eventually called everyone what he is calling me for years. And I think it's a good amount of people that say, okay, this guy's obviously not well. This guy's obviously a liar. So I let it go. I don't bother to even address anything he says, like the things about dogs and children, and he's a liar. And people know that, right? So I mastered him, ignoring him. But with her, it really, really, she says it all the time in chats whenever she gets a chance. And then the people who are gang stalking me, who use it as fuel, they'll say, yeah, and did you know she put somebody's kid up on the internet? And at that moment, I was like, no, I don't hate her. But I know she's very sick and she's hateful, and she would love to see me harmed. She would love to see something happen to me. How do I know? She said, because she said, I will see you in person, and I'm going to see you in person, like low key threatening me. And I said, well, you're going to go to jail because I'm not going to, you're threatening me. So for whatever sick reason that she's dealing with, she hates me. You can hate me, but you're going to stop lying, saying I put your child on the internet. It is your offspring that is an adult, but honestly, I believe it's you, and you're mad that I showed what you look like, because as you see the caption, you say how ugly and old I look. That's what she always would say in the chats everywhere, and she's everywhere. She's in everybody's chat. I said, I thought everyone might like to see how handsome you are, sir. I was being petty and I was being low vibrational. I was getting to her level. But that's it. That's all I have ever done to her. And then she went and she said, that's my daughter, everybody. That's not me. I took it down. She's still continuing lying, saying, you knew that was my child. Do you see anywhere on this post that this is somebody's child? No, you don't. I'm not going to do this much longer. I am going to leave this up because I need people. James Davis, I need you to know they're liars. Do you see this? Did I take it down when she said it was her daughter? Yes, but I covered the person's face. I didn't have to do that. I could have put the face up here and then taken it down before the privacy strike came, or the privacy report. I didn't do that because I don't want to continue this. The answer that she said, should I be mad that you put my daughter up, Nepal, or am I wrong to be upset? I'm going to answer you because you wouldn't let me answer it really thoroughly over there on that on the brother's channel. So let me say this to you. You should be upset. And you know what? How I responded to you being upset? Because I knew that it bothered you and I knew it was something important. I took it down and I left it alone. Now my turn. For those 2.5 years, I didn't even know you. I didn't do anything to you. You will not leave me the hell alone, ma'am. And I asked you over and over, will you leave me alone? Why do you keep talking about my looks, Tamika? Why do y'all think I'm always up on the internet trolling, putting up my shorts, acting all like, oh, look at me? It's because people like Tamika. You think you look so good. Why do you think I keep doing it? It's not because I think I look so good. Well, first off, I everyone should think they look good, but it's not like I'm like, oh, I'm so much more beautiful than everyone. I don't think like that. I genuinely don't. But when people come for me, they like to first add, you think you look good, you're ugly, you're this, you're old. That's the first thing they do. So I'll just let it go for a while and then I'll say, which I swear I'm going to work on it. I'll start going back, well, you look like this and that. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Because I say this to the Israelites. If we're going to kill them because they killed us, we're no better than them. I'm no better than this person. I'm no better than the worst troll, the worst slanderer. If I get out there and I start firing back with expletives and hatred and going to look at their public Facebook, and I got to find her picture and I got to show how these people look. Anyone I've ever shown a picture of, because they say, oh, Nepal likes to play with pictures. No, I don't like to play with pictures. People like to play with my pictures. And when they continue to change my picture and try to show me like I'm ugly for some reason, I eventually would go to their level and go grab their picture and say, look at this person talking about my looks. It's always that way. But guess what? I love you all out there. I'm going to stop doing that. Because you know what they do? They use that against me. These are high-level mentally ill narcissists, mentally ill psychopaths, sociopaths. I fall for it. I always fall for it. And so I'm the type that I want to prove it. I want to show, okay, that you did this to me. I'm going to stop. And I always tell Sonetter, he's so much better. He's the king of consciousness. I say, Sonetter, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And then he'll say, okay. And then I should, he says, don't do it, Nepal. I know he's going to be upset with me. I let everybody down. I got up there. I let her scream at me. I let this Professor X, whatever. Oh my God. She's just unleashed all kinds of hatred toward me. But Professor X, I don't even hate you because I know there's something wrong. You're not going to say, this is going to stop. Oh, she drives sisters away. No. Beautiful women are in the chat modding, and beautiful people come to the channel who are women. And even if it's not about if they like me or don't like me, they come in the channel. They come on the channel. Now, please stop the narrative about me driving people away when really you want to drive me away from the HOK. And because I won't go, you Voltron up and you go on a hate campaign and you talk about she hates people, she hates women, she messed with my child. No, I'm proving that you lied. Anyone who says, why'd you do this, Nepal? Everybody has to stand up for what they believe in. I believe in protecting children. I did not post a child on the internet because I'm just an evil woman. I did not think, let me go attack this woman and find a child. This woman relentlessly stalks me. She makes fake accounts and stalks me. I know it's you, ma'am, but I let it roll. I say, you know, that's so-and-so, Senator, watch. Because sometimes, at one time, she made a couple mistakes, and I said, okay, you're going to stop lying, saying I posted a child on the internet. What you're going to do is say, I was trolling upon stalking her. I was calling her old and ugly, and every minute I could find, she's just so ugly. She thinks she looks good. That's not even her real hair. She's an old lady. Oh, I heard she's ugly. Oh, so and so said. And then finally, I said, it wasn't just like I didn't know you were sick back then. I was like, what's wrong with you? I mean, what's up? I thought we were cool. You never stopped. I did a quick drive by, and I tit for tatted, and my tit for tat, or my tat on her tit, was all she needed. She got me. And she ran with that. And being the narcissist who needs attention, being the sick, psychopathic, not well woman, she won't let it die. So I'm giving this right here. As I said, I went to a public Facebook that said her name with pictures of her, women. It was the same. I went through the pictures and I said, okay, first I really wanted to see what she looked like, because she couldn't stop talking about my looks. Read the caption. You say how ugly and old I look. That woman couldn't stop saying that. And people say, well, why do you care? No, it's not that. She was interacting with me as a mod in the past. I thought she got cool. It was being compassionate and reaching out and communicating. Mistake with these kind of people. You can't communicate with them. They are just hateful. They want to play victim. This is what they do. You see the other one who still is on the internet playing victim, and she's the worst. She attacks everyone. You know who I'm talking about. I dare not say the name of Asmodeus for fear that I will summon that monster. Okay? So, I digress. This person is wearing a military uniform. This is from a public Facebook page of a woman who for over 2 years stayed in a chat calling me ugly and old and a homewrecker and saying I had the HIV, things like that. We had a peaceful moment for about 6 months when Sonetter finally went up to her and helped. They just need his attention. You understand? She's saying I said she wanted to sleep with him. I never said that. She needed his male energy, and he gave it to her. And I said, that's a good idea. Now she's peaceful. But she went back into it. She went right back into it. So for whatever moment of vulnerability I had, I went and grabbed the picture from her public Facebook of a grown-ass woman who was in a litany of pictures of her. It looked like the woman who was every time I went through the pictures, this looked just like the other woman that was standing I remember now. One of them was her standing in a mirror, and I didn't want to show anything that looked too, to be honest, sexy or disrespectful. Not that she was being inappropriate, but there were pictures where she was, taking a selfie of herself. I said, let me get this one. This is a good one too, because I can make a joke, because I like to make people laugh after I've been attacked I said, sir, get it? Military outfit. Yes, I know women. I respect women veterans and women who serve. But I said, can you leave me alone, sir? I didn't talk about the looks of the person. I didn't call her out of her name. But this particular picture, according to her, allegedly, because I don't believe her, I think it's her. She keeps saying, that's my child. That's my child. I took it down. I made it private. That's what I mean. But she keeps on lying. This is not a child. This is a public picture from your Facebook. You were calling me ugly. If I'm lying, then I'm going to keep repeating this because people need to know. Why would I do this? I don't do this. but I do it, don't I? See, I don't have a lot of, my bucket has a couple holes in it, right? Maybe a crack. Because I say, oh, I don't do this, but I did it. They got me. There's a song I love by Nine Inch Nails. They say, peace, everybody. They say, I was up above it. Now I'm down in it. I'm going to play the song real quick so you can hear it. Fair use, YouTube. I'm going to play it. Let me play it on my phone. And I just want you to hear. Yeah, it says, I was up above it. Now I'm down in it. And I can't keep on getting back down in it. Who the hell's going to take me seriously, right? Bear with me, though, because I am serious. I'm serious about children. I'm serious about myself. And I don't even need, all I need to do, if there's only 2 people listening or 1, this will be up on my channel. I need you to share it. I am rambling because I want to drive this home. They ramble all the time, on and on, 5, 6, 7 hours. Nepal should all this and Nepal. Well, I'm going to ramble. I made a mistake letting this woman break me down and continue to troll me and call me names. I was at a weak moment in 2023. And for whatever reason, I went and got her what I knew as her picture off of her Facebook that was public, and I posted this. She will not stop lying, saying, and Nepal posted my child and she knew it was my child. You're a liar. Because if I thought it was your child, why did I say, let me show people what you look like, how handsome you look, sir? So you're wrong. All right, so I think I made my point. Anybody have a question before I go? Here it is. 9 Inch Nails. I got it. Okay, I'm going to play it a little bit. Peace, Lady G. And I was apologizing to you. Why don't you have a wrench? Are you on my channel? Wait a minute. Let me go to my channel. You're not on my channel right now, Lady G. Let me go to my channel and see. I hope I'm not muted, God. You know how I'll go and go and go and I'll be muted, Lord. Oh my God. Am I muted? Am I muted, Lord? If I'm muted, I'm done. Ooh, okay. I'm sorry about me. I've done that without it. Even though I haven't had any sleep right now, I've done that and I've been rested. I was like, oh my God, I did a whole stream. Let me see if you are, I don't know why you don't have a wrench on my side. I don't see a wrench with you. Let me see. What's up with that? I gotta fix it. Okay, I see you. Yeah, why don't you have a wrench? What the heck? Do you see what just happened? Let me give you a managing one. That's crazy. Did you never have a wrench all this time? No. You know I had a wrench for you, so I just gave it back to you. Thank you for being here. No, I feel bad that I really have to be more responsible if I'm going to be up here and, advocating. I can't get sucked into the vacuum of the cesspool vacuum. And so I was up above it. Now I'm down in it. Let me play this. Let me see if I can find it. Let me mute up for a second. 1 second. I found it. I gotta just hold on it. Let me get to the part that it's supposed to be. Here it comes, wait. I got it. Listen. You heard him say it was pulling me down. This is what I gotta work on. This song, I always think about this song when I stoop to their level. I was up above it. I was up above it. Now I'm down in it. I was up above it. Come on, do it. So he said, I was up above it. Now I'm down in it. And I don't want to keep singing that song. I mean, and I'm like, I want to stay above it. I was up above it. Now I'm down in it. And I want to be able to be honest with myself. You know, I'm not delusional. I would only be lying to myself if I was like, well, see, you know, I'm working on it though. Like I got to get to a point where I'm like, no, there's no excuses. Just you messed up. You're wrong. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you, Lady G. And anyway, I was up above it. I'm down in it, but I'm going to. I could just got to get up and brush myself up and brush myself off and keep going. But I will not. I'm not going to address this anymore. But I'm begging you to share this and say, this is the proof that people are lying, saying Nepal. It means, it might seem minor, but it means a lot to me. She needs to stop saying I went and found a child, a minor child, and that I knew it was from a person from her womb. I clearly saw it and I assumed on her Facebook, it didn't say my baby or my daughter. It didn't say anything. There weren't any pictures of any children from what I saw. It was all her. If people will follow her on Facebook, you know I'm not lying. And in poor judgment and bad taste, I said, let me be just like her and get her back. And like I said, I'm no better than her when I did that. So to be more empathetic, when she said it was her child from her womb, allegedly, again, I don't know if it is or not. I had to take her word for it. I took it down. Look how many views it got, like almost 2,000 views. So if I would, look, check this out. Hear me out. You don't have to side with me I know you love a lot. Most of you love me, but if I was lying and it was me attacking her child, you think from my channel that I'd have 2,000, 2,000 views, and that people wouldn't be like, no one was I wish I could show the original. Nobody said, how are you playing with her daughter's picture? Because they all saw an adult woman. You get it? People who saw it, I think Barn Dog and maybe I know Lady G saw it. I mean, she's been here since the beginning, and so has Barn Dog. If it was a picture of her child, somebody who's her offspring, who still was an adult because they're in the military, she lied tonight saying it was a teenager. What do you mean, 18, 19? Because it doesn't look like a child. It doesn't even look like a teenager in the face. It looks like a young woman in the military, maybe 25, 22. I thought it was her, you know? So my point is, if it was me messing with a child, then why am I saying, I'm going in circles now. Y'all get what I'm saying. Why am I saying, ma'am, why don't we let them see what you look like? So she's hurt, right? Think about it. She asked me tonight, Lady G, remember, she's like, you don't think I should be upset? This is a classic narcissist. Take note. Nepal, I feel a little ashamed that I'm trying to teach right now, but I'm not really standing on a pedestal teaching. I'm showing you, look, I did this wrong. Don't fall for these classic narcissists. You troll me, you talk about my looks, you make fun of me, you cheer people on who hate me. You were cheering Lady G, you were there. She was cheering Professor on X as Professor X was saying, talking about my private parts and this and that. She was, yeah, get her. She was telling on herself. That's how she's always been. And it's not because, because you post my child. No, you were doing it before. But I fell for it. I fell for that bait. And as a narcissist, she actually asked me, you think I shouldn't be upset that you posted my child? Knowing that she's been trolling me and attacking me for years. But yeah, she should be upset. And that's why I took it down. That's why I'm covering her daughter's face, who is from her womb, but this is an adult. And I'm so happy that this person is wearing a military outfit. You know why, family? Because it even shows more proof that it's not a child and that I didn't see a child. Because they don't let children in the military. However, it was not a good idea. It got me nothing besides it gave them more fuel. And so I apologize. I apologize for grabbing the picture, assuming it was her, to get my lick back. Okay? Now, with that said, I know, right? I like that song. I'm glad you like it, James Davis. I'm shocked. Okay? Good for you. All right. So, peace to everybody. After I meditate, I got to actually, you know what I did? I skipped everything that I was supposed to do. Gotta have an 8 o'clock appointment. But I'll be okay. I was wrong. I want to apologize to everyone who heard what happened tonight. Especially, I was thinking of you and EP, Lady G. I was thinking like, dang, I'm really up here calling women out of their name, and I'm back in the gutter. Back in the gutter, y'all. Well, that was I think I did well. Let me see, January, February, March. I made it to April. No, I'm laughing, but I got to do better. No more this year. Nope. I don't care what I hear. I'm just going to run. I'm going to tell somebody, take my laptop, take my device, take it. Okay. So, I've done, thanks for the encouragement. I want to do better. So again, is this like absolving me? No, but it's showing that she's lying. Oh, thank you. I love you, Lady G. You're a very good sister. And all this stuff about driving women away. Listen, we had a powerful build yesterday evening, last night. We had Sakina Ra, Gemini the goddess. We had Janae. We had, who else came in? Sister Ray. I absolutely adore her and respect her. She's very beautiful, graceful. We had, all of them are beautiful and graceful. We had sisters, Lady G in the chat. We had, I think EP was there for a minute. H. Millette. And I want more sisters to come. Oh, and Dots, by the way. Oh, yeah, I'm glad I thought of this. Whew. Let me take this down when I say this. Dots came over. I had forgot about that till just now. Oh, look at her. She said you are so a woman after my heart. You're good. And then she said, oh no, not me. I'm gonna put this Europe here. I care what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Okay, so this is what I want to say about Dots and the panel. Unfortunately, there's there's been some turbulence between me and some of the sisters on the, I don't want to make it negative, just between Dots and, sometimes, Rob, Sister Freedom in the past, that I had gotten emotional, and I'm not going to name anybody else, and they're not mentally ill. Do you get what I'm saying? There's a difference. And I'm not, believe it or not, I'm not mentally ill. I know you don't think I'm mentally ill, but this is what I'm trying to say. I didn't have any issue with Dots whatsoever. Let me make this clear. Wait. Back up, Nepal. Take this carefully. I didn't. I don't want to say I didn't have any issue with what she said because I didn't agree with what she said, but she had a right to say it, and I invited her up on the panel. Because people are like on this thing, like, you driving. I'm not driving women away. I want them to come in and speak. And when she did speak, wait, oh, what happened? Oh, okay, never mind. I was just looking at something. When she did speak, it started to escalate. I could see it escalating. The brother. I'm not gonna be saying a bunch of people's names because this isn't that kind of stream. The brother started to voice his disapproval on what she said. I did initially want her to have another say, but when I saw it going left, I ended the stream abruptly, and it overflowed to an after show. So my point that I'm making is, I don't have to be best friends with people on the internet. I don't have to, they don't even have to like me. But when people know how to be professional, and when people know how to respect me and I respect them, that is what I strive toward. So her being on the panel, and I had to end the show, and I hate getting kicked off. I despise being kicked off a panel when I want to speak. I know that I hate that feeling. So I empathize with her that I said, Dots, I gotta end it. And she's like, no, Napa. I did not want it to go higher. I did not want it to get where she gets, disrespected and verbally, or maybe she started going, back at him, and I just didn't want it to go there. And I also know that they have a very popular platform that she can talk all day on her platform, and they're going to. So I'm making the point that you don't have to be my best friend to be able to exist on the internet. You can have a completely stark opposing view. We know we have, well, not even Dots, but I'm saying like the whole, like the connection, certain people. We know that there's been some issues, turbulence. I'm not going to say rocky, but at the end of the day, I don't want to keep on holding on to stuff. I don't want to hold on to petty things that I've already released. And I appreciate that people who are sane, we all have whatever things that we deal with throughout our days and emotional stuff. But when people are sane and they move forward as well, and they say, well, I might not like her, but I'm going to be professional. I'm going to respect her. She didn't do anything to me. But now I understand they have to address the situation that happened. And I'm making it clear, like, hey, look at it as, hey, that's content. And I can go to sleep at night knowing I didn't have any bad intentions, but they want to keep on painting me. And it's not like boo-hoo Napa, because I will bust a piñata. But all this stuff about Napa so disrespectful. I'm not the only woman on the internet being called disrespectful. Shout out to some of the sisters out there who don't like me, but they speak their mind. Okay? But I'm not trying to be disrespectful to women. I don't like cursing sisters out. I don't like calling sisters. No, this has nothing. I'm off with the thing about Dots. I don't like what I did last night. I don't like it. I don't like it for myself. I don't care if people say, oh, she's just trying to get sympathy. No, I don't like it. I did the wrong thing. So many people get on the internet and talk about me. I'm going to talk about myself. I did something embarrassing, shameful. One time my cousin, I've told this story before, my cousin, she saw a video of me cursing like that. And she was like, was that a voiceover? They put a voice track over you? Was that couldn't have been you? And sadly, it's me. My mouth has turned into it has its own life now, the things it says. I was saying horrible things. I know I was. I used to think soup coolers was a bad thing to say, like close your soup cooler, like your bloke, cool your soup with your lips. Like now I changed it to something way worse that I said tonight. So I'm gonna kick myself in the butt for that for a while, maybe for a good day. And that's about it. Let me see what Caleb says. And then last thing Nepal wants to do is go against another woman. That's actually one of the last things, yeah. Because at the end of the day, even Professor X and Tamika, oops, I said her name. I know they hate me and they act like they don't, but you have to hate a person to just like to see them attacked and just to attack them. But really, I want to say this. I apologize for taking that public picture off of Facebook thinking it was her and posting it saying, you want to talk about how I look and how old and ugly I am. I thought people might like to see what you look like, sir. That was petty. That was childish. And it was low vibrational, and I can't say that I'm high vibrational and up there if I'm doing what they do. So I apologize for that. And I took it down, but now I got to put it back up with the face covered because I got to leave it up so she can stop lying saying I put up a child. All right, let me go ahead and get off of here. I think I went long enough, an hour. I think I gave them enough content. What y'all think? We're gonna go over this video, y'all. Look, I don't even hate. I'm starting to not. I don't hate any of them at this point because they kind of like I didn't give them any content lately, but I'm sure they'll pick that stuff up from last night and use it. And oh, she this and she that. Okay, great. But I want to say this: I don't even hate any of them. I just really, I'm concerned for myself sometimes when people threaten me. Not just concerned like I'm a little baby bird, but that I don't want any type of. I watch Twisted Crimes. I've seen women say to other women on some of those stories, oh, a woman went and unalived a woman just because she didn't like her on social media. I think there was a couple stories like that. Now, that bothers me because, I'm saying when they say stuff like, wait till I meet you, and it bothers me because I see it happening in real life. And I don't want to hurt anybody. And of course, I don't first and foremost want to get hurt myself. But that's me saying that. I have to. One thing when I talk about this, I think about what she said, like, oh, you got this internet, you think you're safe. You know what? That's something I should really listen to. I should really listen to that, and I will. Because you're threatening me. You're letting me know that you have so much hate toward me that violence toward me is on the table. It speaks volumes about what I'm dealing with. So, yeah, she's right. I should deal with her like she's right here. And with that said, I have to remind myself these people are not all there, and they may actually do something that cannot be undone. All right. So I got to remind myself of that. See, these are things when I get off those panels and all the, try to defend myself and go back and forth and get on there. Oh, well, you did this and you're the B, and because she called me a B before I hit the panel. Your witnesses, the ones who are watching the panel, watching the show. Well, she called you a B, but you said she's a this and that. Don't do that. Look, she drew first blood, but see how I just almost went back down to you're watching it in vitro. No, Napa, you have to come back up. You did the same thing she did. You can't say she did it first. I almost went down into it, y'all. Come on, guys. Did you just see what just happened? That was perfect. You got to witness me almost try to excuse doing the same behavior that they did by saying, well, she said the B word first. No, just because she said it first, you cannot excuse the fact that you were up there being a wildling, a complete donkey braying in a china shop and bucking. No one's going to come in and see a donkey or a bull in a china shop tearing the whole place up and say, did somebody cattle prod this poor animal? No, they're going to say, shoot it, subdue it, right? Right? When we see animals that are the bears and tigers that turn on their trainers, we don't go, that poor animal, that trainer was abusing it. No, we say, oh my gosh, that poor trainer. Oh, I'm glad they put that animal down. So what am I going to do? Stop making excuses for my bad behavior. Get on it. All right. Peace. What'd James say? Don't tell Saw, but I love when you have long lives. I could talk to you on the phone. Oh my God. No. You're hilarious, James. Because yes, you know Sonetter is gonna be, oh no. Now I'm sorry I said that. No, James. James, it's all good, but no. But I know you mean what you're saying. Maybe it's like an ASMR thing, and wow, I'm glad to hear that. Because it wasn't ASMR earlier. If you heard me be like, oh, Lord, who is this disgusting low-life woman? When people listen to that, they're going to go, if no one knew me or them, they'd be like, who are these three cackling psychopathic hens up here squabbling with each other? It's like, I'm laughing at myself, but it's really, I'm ashamed and it's embarrassing. But we were like, let me talk. No, let me talk. Can you shut her up? Can you? And of course, I'm on my own. I can't blame anybody. I can't. I almost did it. Did you see that? Did you catch that, Lady G? What about you, James? Caleb, did you catch that? I almost was going to say, of course, no, I should have muted myself and left or never actually hit the panel. What I should have done, dummy. No, I shouldn't berate myself. Don't do that. Don't do self-deprecation. But what I should have done is when I heard her say that, come and done what I'm doing here right now. But no, Napa, you're extra. You had been up way too late. You were I'm talking to myself, but I don't usually talk to myself. I'm doing this for the stream. Well, no, I do talk to myself about different like ideas but not like this. But basically I was up and should have had some sleep anyway. Cube is hilarious. I was listening to him. Then we had done the Nature Boy stream thing, and I should have gone to sleep, but I didn't. I just decided, I'm going to get on here and talk about how, she's not going to keep on saying I put a child up here. She's going to stop that. Well, I should have just come here and done this. Live and learn, right? Please forgive me. Peace, brother-in-law. Peace, brother-in-law. Peace to you and your family, to you and your queen. I want to say, yes, blessings to everyone on the live stream this morning, and blessings to you, brother-in-law. I think this is, I don't know. I'm always asking brother-in-law about Islam because he's devoted, but I think this is like Shabbat, but it's not called Shabbat. What is it called? But anyway, peace to you if it is, or one of your blessed days like of the week. I know you're very forgiving, and I don't deserve it. Lady G, I got to hold myself to task in 2025. There is so much content of me crashing out. I was promising myself this year that I would not address any of the trolls. or any of the people lying to me. And I just said, I let myself down, but I let a lot of people down. It's just Saturday. Okay, good. All right, I got you. But thank you. All right, I'm gonna do better. Peace, love. I have to be somewhere in 2 hours. I actually have an appointment. Hope they don't check the internet. I always say that. I hate that when I'm like, oh God, I hope they don't look me up on the internet, because then I have to do all this explaining. And but it doesn't matter. As all the explaining, they still like are looking at me going, but you're on here yelling and going crazy. Gotta do better. That's all. Shout out to Brother Law. And he in the building early. All right, y'all. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the information that we put out about Nature Boy, and I hope you send good energy out to the ones who are healing from that. And like I said, I don't judge anyone that I don't know. I don't judge them. I'm not talking about Eligio, who should be under the jail or gotten the chair, in my opinion. I'm talking about people who our lives are on the internet, and then people are like, well, why are you listening to him, he's a liar. And I'm not saying anyone who on that panel said that to me, but certain people are like, don't believe him. People from the chat, don't believe him, he's lying. I don't judge anybody from what I see social media say about them, because I don't want anybody to judge me. Okay. And I mean, you're in the chat. You see the whole story, but a lot of people don't see the whole story. Like, if I were to judge Solar or even Velvet, or of course, I love Janae. She's like a superhero to me. But even if I didn't know any of them, like, meaning I never, because if I never sat down and got to talk to them, I would not look at what they're doing on the internet and say, ooh, I don't like them, or ooh, I don't know their life story. When I see somebody crashing out on the internet, whoever it is, or being talked about, meaning like about their relationships, talking about Solar, because they were really focusing on him, I don't even like to listen to the whole thing. Now, with that said, that is one reason why I never really looked at Nature Boy. I never really looked at Nature Boy. I just kind of would dip into the tea, see some things, and I would like go, oh, wow, this guy, okay, they say he's this and that, but I'm not going to listen to it too much, because I don't like people doing that to me. But once I had to do, I found I was doing a formal interview with him, did a little research and started really looking. I was like, oh my God, no, he's a dangerous person. He's dangerous. This isn't relationship issues. This is putting people's lives in danger. So when I'm talking about, I don't judge people, I'm not talking about people like Polite or Eligio or Dr. York. The jury is literally in on those three. I'm talking about people who I don't really know. Believe it or not, I don't even know the story about the brother Hassan Campbell and Sonetter too much, besides what I've heard bits and pieces of. And of course, Sonetter, I support Sonetter. But in the past, I didn't really go and let me look this up and find out I didn't really look it up. So, if you want to find out about somebody, you have to actually talk to that person. And you might say, well, that person might lie. Okay, the person might lie, but you actually might get the truth as well. Get it? And you actually might see things that make sense, like what I did today, showing this. I'm going to show you again in case you just got here. This is not a child. Let me screen share it. This is not a child. I'll close it with this. And even though, like I said, this isn't my first, it's like my hand is being pushed, but I did cover the face. When I saw this, the caption actually says, I put that caption just now, proof that I never post, but look at the title. You say how ugly and old I look. I thought everyone might like to see how handsome you are, sir. This was a petty move after 2.5 years of her trolling me and talking about me. And I'm trying to talk to her. What's the problem? Sis, why can't you stop? And she cursed me out on the phone so after all that, I stooped down. I wasn't up above it anymore. And I grabbed off of a public Facebook because this person was trolling me out of a long line of pictures of her, a woman. This was one of them, clearly a military outfit. And if you see, I said I thought people would like to see how you look. Of course, I didn't go look for somebody's child. Of course, I didn't post an innocent child. Of course, I didn't post an innocent person on purpose. When she said it was her child, allegedly, I immediately took it down, and it has been down until today, where I went and screenshot it. It's private when I say take it down. And I'm glad because look, I had to go back. I thought I was done with this. I thought I was done with all this. But she keeps on repeating, oh, she posted my child. Who looks up somebody's child? You're a liar. This is from your Facebook and your pictures. It doesn't say my baby is finally out of the military. No, this was a picture of you from what I saw. But am I wrong? Yes. I'm going to keep repeating it. I took it down. She continues to tell a lie. I got to put it back up. But a narcissist will still play victim. She put it back up, y'all. It has the face covered, but this uniform is not lying. They don't let children in the military. I apologize that I was petty, that I finally broke, because that's what you wanted. I was wrong. It sounds like a halfway apology. No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong that I did this to myself first. You think I'm wrong because first I'm wrong that I did this to myself. I let myself stoop to a level where I'm no better than you are. I'm disappointed in myself. Then I'm wrong because of the person that you say is allegedly not you. I'm wrong to do that to an innocent person. So I took it down. That's what normal people do when they find out that someone's bothered by something, ma'am. But it gets you off to know you feel cozy at night when you know that you've made somebody miserable. I'm working on myself, but work on yourself as well, okay? I know that's going to fall on deaf ears, but I hope not. All right, so I took it down. I had to put it back up, cover the face. So anybody hearing a lie that I post people's children and that I look for people's children, just know that's a damn lie. I can go straight to her channel and see it's a lie. And like I said, even the best of us, which I say good teachers, people who are really changing lives, I'm going to say my brother Kevin Wesley and his beautiful wives and his family, even they say, I got to go do it. I gotta explain myself. Not the crash out part. I'm not saying Kevin, I said crash out, but like just having to address it. I have to address it because I don't want another snowball, another avalanche coming down. And they're like, yep, oh, I heard that too. I heard Nepal likes to go get people's children and play with their children's pictures. The lie has been rejected. I've proven you're a liar. But I was wrong to go and be petty and try to get your picture to fire back and be on your level. I have to do better, and I will. I apologize to my people first. I apologize to my family. I apologize to myself. But I never, ever, 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 ever attack that woman's children. I apologize to her for being petty and going to grab a picture and think that I was doing something. Okay? For the record, that's not a win for her. It's a win for the person who's in the picture. The win for her would be her to say, okay, I'm going to leave this woman the F alone. And then guess what? If she said, I'm going to leave this woman alone, I would bow to her. You know that? I would say, wow, I bow to you for that. Thank you. Much bowing, meaning I respect you for that. But that probably won't happen. I'm pretty cynical when it comes to that. I've tried it's going on 5 years now. Let me go get off here and go get ready for my appointment. Dang. I do not like staying up like this, but I have to get to this appointment. I just jumped on because of the title. Live feed, I agree with you 100%. Women and children should be protected at all costs. I was raised different. Yeah, I know. I was raised differently too, brother-in-law, believe it or not. And I got to show my family more, like honor my parents a little better. You know, I'm trying. I want 2025 to be clean. I had a spotless record up until last night, or this morning, I should say, and I'm going to try to not get another blemish and be roped in, lured in to some donkey kicking contest. Like some donkey bucking like a wild animal coming out the gate, bucking and all around the arena in the rodeo. That's what I was like. I got to do better. All right. Peace to everybody. Have a wonderful, beautiful day. And yeah, I'm going to put this behind me.